stock is not the company and the company is not the stock. Yes, this is something that Jeff Bezos actually once said, and we will dive into the clip of Jeff Bezos. We will dive into a clip of the Cash CEO. His new interview is absolutely brilliant, okay? So let's dive in.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
Welcome to a brand new video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny and I'm looking for stocks that can go absolutely parabolic. Currently, we are covering three big chances on the markets. It's BM&R that you can find on my main and second channel. And there is Open that you find on this channel. And there's even HIMS that you can find 2 videos per day on my colleague's channel, which is X10 Stocks by Michele. Just type it into YouTube, you will find it. Subscribe to both of this channel if you are interested in HIMS, okay? Now, I invest into companies early with a lot of volatility, right? But I try to find a good spot to enter. Sometimes I'm way too early. Sometimes I'm way too late. But that's the part of the game, because like when you invest long-term, you just buy every single month or every single 3 months or anything like that, depending on your financial situation, right? You should never go like all in and just hope that you find the perfect spot where everything goes up, because the market is not about the company. It's also about the circumstances of the macro, right? For example, for Opendoor, it's very important how the housing market is, right? So, or the rates of the Fed, right? So you can see here, there's a lot of turning wheels in this whole machine. So let's dive into the first clip of Cass with this beautiful interview.
So when you joined, your salary is $1. You're weighted heavily on performance, and that's what your equity package will potentially award you. How do you balance that, and what is the motivation for you behind that versus having that job at Shopify?
Look, I think there's 2 things that are true. Let me just say both of them. The first is this. I find that if you do something for money, the half-life of your ability to put up with pain is very low, right? Everyone intuitively understands this, right? Like, that's just like a very real thing. But if you do something because you believe in the cause, like, you will be much more durable. You'll be able to do a lot more. So I do this. I come to work every morning. We work very hard at Opendoor because we believe in the mission. Like, everyone who works here believes in the mission. I believe in the mission. My family believes in the mission. My 6-year-old son believes in the mission. Like, we believe in this mission. So for us, we're on this journey because the outcome matters. Like, it matters to us what happens to the average homeowner. And second, I do think like I'm not indifferent to the stock price. Like, there's no one who's a more highly levered on Opendoor stock price than I am. Like, I'm number 1 by far, right? Like I paid a company to work here. Like, I get paid a salary of $1, but I have to pay for my benefits. So I paid a company, like I pay Opendoor money to work here. And unless the stock price gets to levels that it has not been in a very, very long time, like, this will be a bad financial outcome for my family.
Think that's insane.
I don't know. Like I think generally, like, if you look at the companies that have made a meaningful difference in the history of the world and have become good companies, basically all the founders or the CEOs of those companies would have said words that sound like mine. Imagine you're in a room with Jeff Bezos when Amazon dropped by 90%, or you're in a room with Ernie from Carvana when Carvana dropped 90%. Like, they didn't say, like, their position would not have been, my job is to increase the stock price tomorrow by a penny or by $1. That's not the job. Like, over a long period of time, the stock price converges with the company, right? The company is not the stock price is not the company. The company drives the stock price, not the other way around. So if you build a great company, the stock price will reflect that over time. And the only way to build a great company is to build something people want. I think the rest of it is just genuinely not like, I think history has proven. I don't actually understand this. Like, there's like I don't have like Yahoo Finance, like on my laptop. I just don't. There's like, you've walked around the office, the stock ticker is nowhere. I have a copy on my desk. There's a copy in the book bar of Bill Walsh's book, The Score Takes Care of Itself. Football players who look at the score all the time tend to be not very good football players. And people who watch ESPN and look at the football score tend to not be good football players. Like, our job is to focus on fighting for every single inch, every single yard, every single day. And that tends to get you to the right place.
So as you can see, he's very much focused on bringing the company forward. He says like there's nothing in this office that shows the stock price or how they should be feeling about the stock price, or like everybody is already very much engaged because of the potential in the stock, right? That's not a question, but they need to build the product. The product will build the stock price. The stock price will motivate people more, and this creates a momentum and sentiment that will bring the stock up to 10, $15, $20, $50. Okay, I'm quite sure about that. Like the team and the setup is absolutely brilliant. Okay, and the last earnings report just showed us that they are in the right direction. The same way he says that when the people play football, the people who focus on the scoreboard are very, very much not that much in the game, right? So it's much important to focus on the game rather on the remaining minutes or the scoreboard or whatsoever, right? So, but there's one more clip I want to show you. It's one of my favorite clips in the whole stock market. And this is Jeff Bezos in an interview where he says the stock market is like a very interesting volatile machine, and the company is not the stock and the stock is not the company. Have a look.
Most of those internet companies of the dot-com era are out of business.
Yeah.
You survived. What was it that made you to survive, and virtually the rest of them are gone?
That whole period is very interesting because the stock is not the company and the company is not the stock. And so as I watched the stock fall from 113 to 6, I was also watching all of our internal business metrics, number of customers, profit per unit, everything you can imagine, defects, etc. Every single thing about the business was getting better and fast. And so as the stock price was going the wrong way, everything inside the company was going the right way. And we didn't need to go back to the capital markets. We didn't need more money. The only reason, a financial bust like the internet bubble bursting is, makes it really hard to raise money. But, we already had the money we needed. So we just needed to continue to progress.
Well, Wall Street kept saying, well, Amazon's not making any money. They're just getting customers. Where's the profits? Where are the profits? And Wall Street kept beating you up on that. And your response was, I don't really care what you think.
Amazon was, people always accused us of selling dollar bills for 90 cents and said, look, anybody can do that and grow revenues. That's not what we were doing. We always had positive gross margins. It's a fixed cost business. And so what I could see is that from the internal metrics is that at a certain volume level, that we would cover our fixed costs and the company would be profitable.
So as you can see, it's also very, very hard as an investor. If you invested into Amazon at 100, it went to 3 guys, okay? Minus 97%. But the company did well. You could average down. And this is always what I say, like, John, don't put like all your money at one point because you never find the best timing. And we are not scared of minus 90% or whatever Opendoor did in the past. Even Cass says, look at the Amazon investors or Kavana investors, right? In the end of the day, it will work out if the company pushes their boundaries, okay? So if you like that and you want to have more, check out xnDayTrading.com. With that said, I see you tomorrow for a brand new video because the grass is greener always on the other side.